Climb a ladder. Step onto a flat rooftop. Cross to your neighbor's roof. Drop through a hatch into your house. Cooking fires glow, plastered walls bloom with murals of bulls and vultures. Beneath your floor, your father sleeps, painted with ochre. Above, you paint your own wall red. Imagine living like this, no streets, no palaces, everything lived within a multitude of homes. This was daily life at Çatalhöyük, a place where domestic life, art, ritual, and death were woven together in clay and dust. A city born before history had kings, where every roof was a street, every room a shrine. On the broad, wind-blown Konya plain in central Anatolia, loose earth held moisture. Small lakes and wetlands edged the horizon. Wild grasses whispered in the wind, deer and aurochs roamed. By about c. 7500 BCE, communities that once moved with the seasons began to stay. They planted emmer and einkorn wheat. They tended goats. They built small mud brick structures, first humble, then more refined. Hearths for warmth, bins for grain. Evidence from archaeobotany shows that by 7400 BCE, cultivated crops were mingled with wild plants in their diet. Pollen samples and lake cores tell us water was sufficient, reed beds existed, wetlands persisted. These were not marginal dwellers. They stood where resources were good. Radiocarbon dates from the earliest levels cluster around 7500 to 7200 BCE. Bayesian modeling of these dates shows fairly continuous occupation, not sporadic camp occupation. The ground beneath these earliest homes is already layered, floors built over floors, homes repaired, replaced, reused. Even then, Çatalhöyük was becoming layered with time. As the population grew, homes multiplied. The architecture was intimate. Compact mud brick houses built tightly, sharing walls, with no alleyways. Circulation was over roofs. Ladders became part of the architecture, roof hatches essential. Traders carried produce across rooftops, smoke drifted upward in chimneys or hatches. Rooms served many purposes: cooking, storing, worship. Shrines hidden in corners. Bull-horn cores mounted on walls. Figurines of women, sometimes corpulent, sometimes stylized, possible fertility symbols, or ancestral icons. The famous Seated Woman of Çatalhöyük, uncovered in 1961, is among these, a sculpture seated on a throne, flanked by felines. That early discovery shaped popular imagination. But modern work, since 1993 under Hodder and others, refined what that sculpture means. Detailed stratigraphic recording shows that that house was modest relative to others. Its art-rich features did not indicate dominance, but perhaps symbolic prestige. DNA and isotope studies, though limited, show variations in diet and health, but not gross inequality. House palimpsests are everywhere. Floors rebuilt, half replaced, walls replastered. Micromorphology and floor micrometrics let us see footprints in plaster, dung deposits, areas of food prep. The house you see is built over dozens of earlier versions. The whole mound is built over itself, layer by layer. It's in the art that Çatalhöyük shines. Murals of bulls, of vultures feeding on human remains, geometric motifs, repeated patterns of red and black. In some rooms we find wall paintings so well preserved that modern spectroscopic methods identify the pigments: red ochre, charcoal black, yellow ochre. Paint binders detected via residue analyses show plant oils and animal fats used in mixing. This is high craftsmanship. Obsidian blades, sharp and glimmering, came from volcanic fields many dozens of kilometers away. Analysis via XRF and trace element chemistry locate source regions in central Anatolia. Beads of shell, bone, and stone cross long trade lines. Figurines suggest ritual depositions in shrines built into houses. Domestic economy and ritual overlapped heavily. By this time, population density is substantial. But recent estimates revise earlier high numbers downward. Instead of thousands, some estimates for the core East Mound place inhabitants in the hundreds at peak seasons, perhaps 600 to 800 people, fluctuating with seasons. This scale gives us intimacy. You know many neighbors, you share space, ritual, daily life in overlapping ways. No grand plazas, Your ritual neighbor is your neighbor who cooks next door. Around c. 6500 BCE, strain appears. Layers of blackened ash mark burn events. Some seem accidental, hearth mishaps, house fire spreading. Others appear more intentional, whole houses burned, floors sealed in ash, possibly ritual renewal, or clearing worn structures. The record does not point to invasion. It points to internal caution, adaptation, perhaps ritual acts. Skeletal remains show increased signs of stress, bones with osteoarthritis from repetitive tasks. Enamel hyperplasia in children indicating reduced nutrition or disease in childhood. Dental wear from coarse food. Isotopic alterations indicate a minor decline in wild game and an increased dependence on domesticated plants, which may be the result of over-farmed soils. Lake records and pollen point to shifting hydrology and decreasing wetlands. Water tables fall. The reed beds disappear, soils with more dust, there is less tolerance in the atmosphere. Socially, we see differential investment. Some houses maintain painted walls longer, more ritual deposits, more exotic goods. Others are simpler, less ornamented. Though no palaces, some households appear more prestigious. The visual culture becomes more conservative on some levels. Less wild art, more geometric simplicity. By about 6000 to 5700 BCE, occupancy began to decline. Some parts of the mound are abandoned. The architecture simplifies. Some houses cease to be rebuilt. The ritual intensity fades. Communities disperse to nearby mounds. The dense, rooftop city experiment winds down. After abandonment, Çatalhöyük lay under centuries of soil and memory. Local residents knew the mound, but its importance wasn't understood until the late 1950s. In 1958, James Mellett surveyed the area. By 1961 he was excavating. In those early digs, 1961 to 1965, about 40 houses were uncovered. Murals exposed, figurines catalogued. The seated woman, painted walls, the finds were dazzling. Though documentation was less precise, some spoilage occurred. An interpretation leaned toward symbolic generalizations. From 1993 onward, under Ian Hodder and the Çatalhöyük Research Project, excavation became more scientific. Methods refined, 3D spatial recording, micromorphology, studying microscopic soil layers, isotopic analysis of bones, archaeobotanical and pollen sampling, residue analysis, DNA when possible. Radiocarbon dates modeled phases, giving tighter chronological control. Findings show smaller populations, fluctuating occupation, intense craft and art practices, but no rigid hierarchy. Modern visitors see the open-air museum, reconstructed houses, preserved murals. But scholars focus on what's hidden, the tiny shards of pigment, the wear on a grinding stone, the bones of children. The lives of ordinary people emerge via science. Interpretation still debated. Was there a symbolic elite? How extensive was social differentiation? Why certain burnings? What were the exact gender roles? Scientists increasingly argue for a view of Çatalhöyük not as a proto-state, but as a dense, ritual-rich network of households cooperatively negotiating daily life. Çatalhöyük taught us that cities don't need streets, that artistry need not wait for kings, that societies can be intense, creative, deeply ritual, and still modestly scaled. Its houses carried the weight of history, household ritual, painted walls, shared roofs, dead remembered beneath hearths. But the Neolithic web doesn't stop here. Çatalhöyük remains underfoot, evidence that civilization is often quieter than we think, yet no less remarkable.